Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to prove to you that every good things come to the end. Who is going to be here next year? Raise your hand.
Look at this.
Who didn't raise his hand, please raise your hand. Whom do you think we are going to invite from all of you? Raise your hand. Look, guys, if you are not going to be invited, you will not be able to attend it. So, good. Again, we sang Steffi praises yesterday evening. And I would like again to acknowledge the great work which Steffi is doing. And also
Steffi and the team.
Steffi and the team. The team and Steffi. The team is doing the work. Steffi is taking the credit.
Yes, absolutely.
But I must say, I'm kind of a backseat passenger in this trip
No, you're not.
for the last 20 years, and it was really great to see how this event, which started in a very humble way and continued to be non-pretentious event, have been developed through the years. And I think we have here a guy that is with us since the very beginning, so I will give him the microphone if it's okay with you, so he can share with us his views. And if he's smart, he will say good things, because otherwise we are not going to invite him next year. Mr. Zalt.
Well, I'm the very old one. In many assemblies, they say the oldest of us is him. Okay, thank you for the honor. In fact, I was from the beginning a guest with this marvelous and astonishing assembly, and I remember how it grew from a very small group of friends, and you brought in another friends. Whenever you meet one, you are so interesting. We have to know it. My friends have to know you. And we're really like a family. It's a big, growing family, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm always enjoying every hour, having the contact with each other.
And Robert, tell us what you have done before.
In my job, well, I only had hobbies, and my hobby was flying from glider pilot with 14, and then I became a pilot. I was a pilot with Lufthansa, and within the Lufthansa group, they gave me a management job additionally. And over the years, I became the chief of the pilots and then of the flight operation, 12,000 people, which was quite challenging to have every flights all over the world. At my time, every day, 1,500 flights in every condition, flying safely and so that the passengers come back. This was the goal, and this was great. And as a pilot, you are going into pension very early. And then a Munich company, Schaukuber, asked me whether I want to continue as an executive board member. So I became an executive board member for many years. Then in the advisory board, I'm still connected to the company. I'm just getting 84, but I still feel well. And I'm glad to have our connection. And I don't know why you asked me. This was really a surprise. We love each other. So you are so great. And we thank you so, so much for all what you have done the last 20 years.
And Robert, one last thing. You didn't tell us, this man, I'm not joking, was chased by presidents, by kings, by ministers. Everybody tried to be nice with him. Why?
You know, Mr. Schwab, World Economic Forum, many of us are going to him. One day, and we had a hotel group, Arabella, and then he came to Mr. Schöko and me and said, we need better hotels in Davos, otherwise we have to leave Davos for our World Economic Forum. And he convinced us so much that we bought a package of 4 hotels, the Seehof. And that is true. They're calling me from all over the world. We need a room for a present. And Yossi and Steffi. But in the meantime, it's gone. We have sold the hotels because they are not economically, it's very difficult in Davos during all over the year, not during this week.
How much did you charge for laundry of a shirt in your hotels?
I was not so much involved in these details.
Good. It's very nice to see you, and we hope we will see you here for many, many more years, right? And who is the youngest guy in the audience? Who aspires to be the youngest guy in the audience? I think the youngest guy mentally, and Steffi, if it's okay with you, I will give him the microphone. He doesn't look very young, but I'm telling you he's very young. He's Yossi Leshem, our birdsman. Your DLD experience.
You know, we have here an inflation of Yossi. Yossi Mati and Yossi Vardi, but there is only one real Yossi, and this is Yossi Vardi, as you know. And it's a big pleasure to be here with Steffi. You know, Steffi is also a birder, and she likes bird, you know. And I am together with General Mansour Abu Rashid. He was twice wounded by the Israelis in the war, and he changed totally his mind, and he's now a peace leader in Jordan and Israel. And hopefully tomorrow, the first kidnapped are coming back to Israel, and hopefully this will be a stage that we can again go to the direction of peace and not fighting each other. So it's a really... And last and not least, I'm the second time in the DLD. I know one joker in Israel, and this is Yossi Vardi. No one can stand with him.
I have to tell you about birdies. Yossi is like the #1 how you call it?
Ornithologist.
How?
Ornithologist.
Ornithologist. Ornithologist is a guy who is an expert in ants, right? No. In birds. And Steffi is also crazy about birds. So he told me when next time Steffi is coming to Israel, I will take you to the most exciting place. Then he took us in the middle of the morning to the one place with the worst smell in the world. And Yossi and Steffi was so happy because they saw a lot of what was this bird.
It was a garbage dump. And we have German storks going to Africa, and the garbage dump is for heaven to them. And the second place we have here, the respected gentleman from Lufthansa. You know Jürgen Weber. Jürgen Weber was the president of Lufthansa. He came to Israel. I hosted him. And we have a big project with cranes. As you know, Lufthansa. Yeah, so in the Hula Valley, we have 50,000 cranes. Many of them are Germans who are staying in Israel. So Israel is also a paradise for birds. And Jordan, we have 500 million birds twice a year flying over Israel. So this is...
They also fly over Jordan.
Yeah, both sides, Jordan and Israel, of course. We are sharing everything. And you have to know, he came for 5 hours and gave us $200,000 because this is the emblem of Lufthansa. Thank you, Lufthansa.
So this was another DLD icon. Steffi, we are late. Somebody is talking too much.
No. Let's start. So let's start with a little cheering up. Thank you, Florian, colleagues. As I told you maybe before, this is the DLD band for 20 years. Imagine. And maybe for the next 20 years. We will see. So good to see you all here. Welcome and good morning. And I hope you are awake and energized. I have to tell you, I'm very energized. I'm not tired. Maybe a little bit, but because of you and the fantastic speakers we had the last 2 days. I think they really are about to change our world, and you are a great audience. And I see so many known faces, and I know that many of you are good actionists, good people who do make a difference. And I encourage you to make a difference, to have a vision, to have an idea how to make the world a better place. It's not that easy, but it's necessary. And it's necessary to do it in a positive way, in an optimistic and courageous way. I think it's important that we really get into the new technologies and to these frontier technologies we are facing. We all have too not enough ideas about it. And we have to dive into it, because we have to teach our kids, our neighbors, our colleagues. We have to give them courage, and we have to give them optimism in times which are not ready for optimism. We have to turn it in good things. I hope you agree with me.